All right, y'all. I'm winding down, child. I want, child, two down. Let me think. I got two down. This is gonna be three. I got one more, and then I'm going to bed. And I'll see y'all asses again on Sunday or Monday, someday like that. Anyway, welcome back to the channel. I'm Lady Nika, and with last night's episode of Greenleaf, it was a good one. Season 3, episode 10, The Promised Land. It was really, really good. So we gonna get deep, bitch. We going scene by scene. I feel like talking about this because this is good. And I ain't been with y'all like this in a minute. So I'm gonna go ahead on and give it the best that I got. Now, we open up with Lady Mae composing an email to all the kids, the bishop, and the grandkids, saying by the time that their eyes reach across to read this email, she and Bishop will have officially been divorced. And child, she was reassuring them that you know, they still got their parents, they still a family, they just not married anymore. And I kind of felt sad. I did. Did y'all feel sad? I felt sad. I was like, damn. For 3 seasons, it's been Bishop and Lady Mae. Now, what we gonna get next? We don't know, child. Jacob and Charity was just really crying about it, but you know, you could see that it affected all of them, but definitely Charity and Jacob. Now, the next scene takes us to Jacob and Charissa later saying that they didn't think that Tasha Skank's quitting would be so impactful. See, they keep getting phone calls, people acting like it's a film. Well, Charissa done got a fire in her tail because of it and say that they act like she was the first lady, but she knew by staying on at her school and not doing her duties over at the Triumph Church, it would be like this. But today is that day. She got somebody overseeing the school for her, and she finna go down to this church and reclaim her office and start doing what first ladies do. And she is determined. She asked if he knew why, because she's talking to Jacob. Do you know why Tasha quit? And Jacob said that he didn't. She just packed up and left. And I said, that's a lie, but okay. That's okay for now, right? Now, over at Calvary, you got Rochelle and Gigi together talking about another possible victim that they want to help out when they see Corie sitting there waiting on them. So, in the office, she tells them that she has decided that she's going to take the DA's original offer. See, he done extended the time. So she got time now to go ahead on and accept that 20 years. She afraid that if she go into a court and try to take this thing to trial, she could possibly get the death sentence or a possible life. She said, at least if I do 20, I have a chance to be with my children again. Gigi asked her, look, I know it's been a lot of press. Are you feeling that way because of my involvement? Because if it is, I'll gladly remove myself from this, but you should really think about actually taking this plea deal because it's unfair and you're not guilty. Gigi begged her to at least talk to the lawyer first. Then Miss Rochelle Crosscutter comes through with her little praise. She said, look here, me and my sister, we was in foster care after my mother went to prison. And it was awful being bounced around place to place, being mistreated in some. So before you get on the phone and accept that DA deal, at least listen to what the lawyer that we have provided for you has to say, because the decision you make is going to impact your children. You don't want them in the system. Now, Gigi is standing there. Well, she's sitting there gathering all of that. She taking all of that in. But she get the lawyer to come through and tell her that if he didn't feel like he could win this case, he definitely would not be doing this. So he told her, just trust me. And Corie agreed to go ahead and, you know, let the lawyer do his job. And I said, I sure hope that, you know, because anything that Miss Crosscutter in, I don't trust it. But okay. Afterwards, Gigi get on that phone with Darius. She got news. She want him to have his friend look up Rochelle again, because now she's saying that she got a sister and her sister and her were in foster care. So she want him to check into that, and he agreed to do so. Now, you got Rochelle at the church still, and she in their little makeshift office they got to do the legal defense stuff. When she see old Bishop coming down the stairwells about to exit stage left. Hold up, Bishop. He come in. He said, what you doing here? He said, well, this is the new home of the defense fund situation that Gigi and I are working on, and this is where we work from. She said, oh, he said, oh, that was good. And he got ready to leave. And she said, Bishop, is it true what the streets be saying? He said, well, what is it that you be heard? Well, what have you heard, honey? He said, she said, well, the streets said, I ain't said, but the streets said, and the church say that you and Lady Mae are no longer married. And he said, well, that's true. We are officially divorced. And she was like, oh, but she had a oh, like a oh. Well, would you like to have a drink maybe later on? You know, celebratory drink. Then she called, realized she had said that and said more like a condolences type of thing. And to my surprise, Bishop said yes. I said, Bishop and Jacob both being led by Jezebel's spirits and don't even realize it. I don't know what to say about these people. Now, over at Triumph, we meet Joseph. He's the new accountant, and he's telling Charissa something not right with these books. He said, it looked like Pastor Greenleaf been transferring money into this account. And Charissa is listening, and she getting confused. So she goes to Jacob, and he confused as to why money being transferred to that real church account that they, you know, when they had the real church, money being pilfered over to that, and they want to know why. Why Jacob say, you know, Tasha did have me sign some stuff, and she mentioned something, but I really don't know what happened. I can't really answer that. They don't know what's going on. What's going on with this money? Something ain't right. So Joseph say he gonna stay on it. And Charissa say, I told you I'm taking my first lady to do this seriously. I'm gonna get to the bottom of this. I'm gonna call Tasha. He don't want her to do that. That's why she told him, I'm taking my job seriously now. And what we not going to do is, we not going to act like we just going to sit back and let this be. We got to find out what's going on. So she leave. And when she leave, he called Tasha, but she don't answer her phone. Child, you got Isaiah. I don't like that little boy. He having this interview with this radio personality. He talking about his upcoming album and tour. And the radio host decides to take calls. And one call is a girl. She flirting with him, talking about she want tickets for his upcoming concert. Now, he didn't tell her, you know, all he said was things are not, you know, everything is not set in stone yet, but hit me up in my DMs and I'm going to allow you to get, you know, I'm going to help you get them tickets. Now, he talking to her like Zora ain't sitting across over there on that couch looking at him. Then we get another caller, another female. She wants to talk about, I seen you outside that mansion with them old people. Was that your girlfriend? He didn't say that she wasn't. He said he didn't want to talk about that, and he edged right over the fact that that was, you know, claiming Zora, basically. And as they're talking, Zora notification, a little bing went off on her phone, and he gave her the look of death. So she hurried up trying to cut the volume down on her phone and apologizing and whatnot. And basically, that call ended. So when they getting ready to leave, right? The interview over, he walk up to Zora and tell her, you been messing up a lot lately. Snatch his jacket that she sitting there holding for him like she his butler, and he walks off. I said, I don't know what's wrong with her. I don't know what he means. She been making a lot of mistakes. Later, we learned that they are in Atlanta, and she mentions that that notification was Spellman wanting to meet with her, and she's interested. He said, I thought you came down here to be with me. I need you to be here with me. She said, well, it don't seem like you need me to be here for you, and why can't I do both? You couldn't even claim me down to the radio station. I need you to tell these women, yes, you are I'm your girlfriend. He said, I'll claim you when you give me something to claim. And he told her that he wasn't feeling her trying to go to no interview or no tour guide down to the Spelman College. She wasn't there for that. Then she had cut a piece of cake. Now, I assumed it was for her. But he done threw it down on, he done, slung it on the floor off the table and told her he was going to wash his car or something like that. So later on, because I'm going to get her on out the way. Later on, we see her laying on him laying on the couch. She's sitting there looking scared. And I'm thinking to myself, break and run, girl. Let your next move be your best move. Run, girl. Run like Celia was trying to get away from Mister. Run like Anna Mae was trying to get away from Ike, girl. Run. Okay? But no, she picks up the laptop, see that they interested. I guess she accepted the invitation to come or whatever, but she hurry up and use it and put the laptop back down with a smile on her face. I said, you is crazy as hell. All the warning signs is right there that you don't need to fool with this boy, but yet you keep wanting to deal with him. I don't understand. Why the hell didn't you take off running, girl? I would have left him alone. You know you scared of him because every time he gets that attitude and walks towards you, you back up. Anytime you got to back up like that, you scared of him, and there ain't somebody you're supposed to be with because I know nothing you supposed to be in love with supposed to cause you feel. Okay? Now, Chad in her office doing her business, and Maxine Patterson's music director comes in there, for her to work on the planning of this event, Lady Mae, her date, that thing she got, a date with Lady Mae or whatever. And before they get ready to sit down and get the plans and details together, he wants to pray, because he said if you pray first, it makes everything work out pretty smooth. That impressed Charity. Oh, she was loving that. So they pray, and then we see them complete their, the planning of the musical aspects of the day with Lady Mae. And he gets ready to leave, but he asks her out on a date. She said she would like to, but she got to get home to her baby. And then he apologized. I ain't know you was married. I apologize. I ain't trying to come out of pocket like this. She said, I see you think they go hand in hand. No, I'm divorced. And then she went on to talk a little bit too damn much. You may actually see him in this week that we got all these events and stuff going on with my mother. But my ex is gay. And he said he was going to pray for him because that was deceptive of him. And an unholy lifestyle. And that bothered Charity. That bothered her a lot, but she didn't say nothing. So later on that night when she's put little Nathan to bed, he called her. He want to arrange to meet with her a different date and time that she'll be available because he going to be around for a little while. And she was with it. She was smiling. She was feeling him. But then she had to go on and clear the air. Look, it's something you said that kind of bothered me a little bit. And it was in reference to my child's father and him being deceptive. And old boy said, well, he did deceive you. He gay, right? She said, yeah. Well, that's a sin, and he deceived you by marrying you. She said, but it's not like that. He said, why are you trying to defend him? You deserve so much better. And in that moment, she realized what Kevin probably been going through and having to deal with the fact that he is a homosexual male. She told him, I do deserve better, and I don't think that's you. And she hung up, and I said, yes, God. She should have hung up. You laying judgment. See, that's how come the church lose so many people. That's why. You're not supposed to be in there judging nobody about their lifestyle or nothing. The word says judge not, lest ye be judged. And if it is a judgment that needs to be going on, it won't be by you, because you ain't no better than me. I ain't no better than you. So, he played himself. You got Lady Mae and Maxine meeting up. Now, they had been meeting up all throughout the episode. One time, even with Bishop and Maxine and Bishop, they exchanged some old nasty church reads with each other right quick. And then, now her and Mae is sitting there trying to finish the planning of Mae's event. Now, this meeting, she asked Mae to allow Grace to speak at her event opposed to Jacinta. She say, Mae, the girl is up and coming and she can reach the young folks. Mae don't want her to be involved in it, period. Maxine said, why? I'll even give her my speaking part. Again, Lady Mae said no. And then Miss Corie come up in there and she like, First Lady. Maxine corrected her. She's not nobody's First Lady anymore. This is Pastor Greenleaf. So Corinne said, well, Pastor Greenleaf, Liner on line 1. And Maxine looked at her like, what? Girl, who? Mae said, tell him I'll call him back. Maxine started asking questions, but Mae was not finna answer no questions. She told her no to Gigi, ain't finna answer no question about Liner. And she pretty much got up and eased her way out of that situation, right? She go down there, let me get her on out the way. She go down there to the hospice place with Liner Ed. When he opened that door, she said, why you been calling me? He said, I'm not trying to talk to you, but I do want to talk to you about our daughter. I said, bitch. So you mean to tell me, remember we've been saying since season 1, why do you don't look like the rest of them? You got Charity, she's a lovely cocoa brown. You got Lamont, I mean, shit, I'm finna call his real name. You got Jacob here, lovely. Where Gigi get that color in their hair from? Now, they didn't say it, girl. And she looked like she didn't want to have a conversation, but she went on up in that room with him. Girl, do you mean to tell me that Gigi is Pastor Liner's son? What? Wait a minute. Well, I guess they can. Because I'm thinking, y'all, if Liner is Gigi daddy, well, yeah, they can. They still can mess around. Kevin and his son, Aaron. They still could mess around. It's real close, but they could do it. Ain't that something? Girl, this Greenleaf stuff, and this how church is anyway, too. That's a hot mess. I said, Lord. Now, we got Tasha Skanks at home. She drinking Jack Daniels straight out the bottle, and she drunk as a skunk and teary-eyed when old Rochelle Crosscutter come knocking on the door. She didn't really want to see her. She didn't want to let her in, but she did. Rochelle want to know what's wrong with you and why is you not at the church? Because I quit. I did what was expected of me. The transfer has gone through and I just messed over a good man, but I'm done. I did what I said I was going to do for you and now I'm out of here. I said, ooh. She talking about how you say you, first of all, you done fell in love with this man and my brother is out here risking it all for an ungrateful heifer like you. Tasha said if Basie was still alive, where yeah. He did, Rochelle. And I need you to get the hell up out of my house and don't ever come back. Because if you do, I'm going to call the police. And I ain't certain that I'm going to remember what story to tell them. So she walks about the house, jumps into her fine car, and she makes a call. To whoever she calls, she says, we have a problem. Now, who y'all thought in that moment she was talking about? Child, I tell you who I thought it was, and that's who it was. But okay. Now, Maxine walks over to Grace, offering her donations for her defense fund and whatnot. She also tells her that, you know, I don't mind tweeting and talking about it from my websites and my media sites or whatnot. Just email me what you want, girl, and I'll do it for you. Now, Grace is very, very thankful for that. Then Maxine hit her up, well, what's up between you and your mama? Now, Grace act like she ain't know what she meant and said she had to go real quick. And Maxine wasn't fooled, but she didn't push for more info. I said, okay. Then we see Bishop and Rochelle Crosscutter over at Percy's house having a drink that they said they was going to have. And he's saying that he's got to find him a place. You know, he can't keep living here at Percy's place. She talking about she'll help him find him a place. And he's saying, will you mind doing that? You know I don't mind, Bishop. She said something about to futures. He said, no, to brighter futures. Whose, yours or mine? She said ours. And Charlie toast and he all a little bit too comfortable up under her. Charlie all up in each other's facial areas. I wasn't feeling it at all. I said, I know you divorced, but you ain't acting like a man that just got a divorce. Oh, man of God. Oh, I don't like it when they do. I don't like that girl. I don't like her on this show. Ugh. You know, some people shouldn't play certain characters because it really just make you just don't like them. And I ain't got no problem with Latoya, but as Rochelle Crosscutter, I can't stand her. Darius calls Gigi and say that his friend looked up Rochelle, and it's a few that were in foster care during that time, but only one with a sister, and the family that they live with still lives in the same home. And he asks her, "Do you feel up to taking a road trip?" You know she is. Now, Charissa called Tasha, and she was drunk when she answered. And Charissa could tell she was drunk. Now, before Charissa could really get into asking her about these accounts and this money thing, old girl gets to talking about she's sorry. She says sometimes good people do bad things, and I just did a bad thing, but I'm so sorry. Don't be mad at me, Charissa. It was just a kiss. At this point, Charissa done got mad. What are you talking about? She said it was just a kiss. She said, "Is that why you left?" And old girl ain't answer the phone, but she didn't answer that. She just hung up. So now Charissa done put 2 and 2 together, and she know that the reason why this girl left is because there's some inappropriate dealings that went on between her and her husband. And she hearing this girl say it's just a kiss. But let me go over here to Jacob. She said, "Your trifling ass been lying to me right in God's house." He said, "What did she tell you?" She said she was drunk as hell at 4 p.m. in the afternoon, but she said it was just a kiss. So was it Jacob? He said, "Yes, it was just a kiss." I said, He said, "I shut it down, though, because I'm a faithful man now." She said he's sick. He said that may be so, but I didn't do anything. I stopped it. She said, "Don't try to minimize it. Just accept the fact that you've done what you've done, and it's something broken, it's something wrong with you. That's probably why Zora left, and I'm wondering, should me and our son leave too?" Child, she should. She said a man should be a strong tower to hold his family together, but Jacob act like a twig. Matter of fact, he ain't even a twig, he a puddle. I said, "Oh, not a puddle. Girl, you done reduced your man down to a puddle, girl." Now, he was just looking at her, and child, I'm going to tell you something. That kind of emasculation is the reason why your husband was laying up with Whitefish the beginning of this series on this show, on this network. Now, I ain't saying she ain't got a reason to be mad with him. She got every reason in the world to be mad with him. But have y'all ever seen how cold of a fish Charissa can be sometimes? And I ain't talking about the fact that she got, I ain't talking about, she got a strong face and everything, but she just not a bit, she talked down to him a lot. She talked to him like she's up here and he's right there, but she wants them to be on the same level. I don't get it, but, yeah. Child, they was getting into it back and forth. It got loud. Then Joseph came in there. He realized he had walked in the middle of an argument. He said he'll come back. They said, "No, come on through, because we need to know what's going on." He said, "Look, it appears that $200,000 has been transferred into that real church, and from there it was withdrawn, and I don't know where it went." Child, they can't find out where their money went, but they know one thing. Tasha knows something. So Charissa is calling, no answer. Jacob is calling, no answer. Charissa convinced that she may be on to the fact that they have figured out what she's been doing, and that's why she ain't there. But they gonna have to get hold of her, because she is the key to the whereabouts of that money that's missing at that church. Now, at her house, Tasha drunk as hell still, and a knock come to the door. She said, "I told you, Rochelle, not to come back here." And she grabbed her lamp off the damn coffee table, side table, and she headed to the door. She opened up that door, and she said, "Didn't I tell you not to come back here no more?" And Rochelle just quietly and coyly walked on by. And the next face we saw was the face I expected to see, and that was the face of old basic skanks. It shocked Tasha so much so she dropped that glass vase, breaking it, child, and all she could say is basic. She trying to touch his hand, but his face, he won't let her, but he kissing her hand while holding her neck. And notice they started walking back, and by the time she got to that third basic, he said, "I heard you been being a bad girl." And Rochelle standing there looking like, I said, "Girl, what is he finna do to her? What is he finna do to her? Because she could blow up the spot. Or can she?" That was actually the end of the episode, but we left off a scene, so we gonna go back. Let's go down to Gigi and Darius showing up at Rochelle's old former foster folks' house. White lady came to the door. Want to know if they Jehovah's Witness. They said no, but I do want to talk to you about two girls that you used to keep years ago. Two sisters. The lady's memory was a little bad, but then she began to think about it. She said, sister. She said, I had two sisters, but I don't remember their last name being Cross. The lady said, their last names was James. And Gigi started thinking. And the next thing we seen was her going over to Percy to talk to Bishop, who, by the way, was extra happy. Oh, he was in a great mood that day, y'all. He was in a great mood. He was in such a good mood, even Gigi asked him, but, you know, you seemed in good spirits today. What's going on? He was like, it's nothing. Just go ahead on, tell me what you wanted, because you made it sound so urgent on the phone. She said, well, Daddy, I got something to tell you, but I know you ain't going to like it. He sat down and he looked at her. She said, it's about Rochelle Cross. He said, what is it, Gigi? That's when she hit him with, Daddy, Rochelle is the daughter of Dale Cross. That's his daughter. And Basic Skank is her half-brother. And the look on Bishop's face told it all, girl. It told it all. That man looked like if he would have been light-skinned, all the blood would have drained from his damn face. Because now he know. He been really kicking it with the enemy. And that brought us to the end of last night's episode of Greenleaf. That was it. That was all, y'all. I gave you everything. I don't think I left nothing out. If I did, y'all know the conversation can always go on down in the panic section below. Remember, the depth of your struggle will determine the height of your success. In the meantime, in between time, please remember to rate the video, comment down below if you like, subscribe to the channel, share the video if you share videos, and I will see you guys. Well, I'm going to go ahead and pre-record Fuck Shit Friday, but you'll get it tomorrow. So I will see you guys back on Monday. Today was my date with Ben, and I'm pushing it. I'm really pushing it because I want to get everything done because I know how this affects me, and I can tell that this is going to be one of them times that's going to take me a couple days to shake back. So I'm giving y'all the best of me, the best way I know how, in its entirety, right here, right now. So I have given you Black Ink Crew already. It's up on the channel. Over on the Evolution of Nika, we discuss when I say what I had my date with Ben, I explained over there on that channel exactly what Ben is and the benefits that it has for my life, as well as other things lupus related. Please go over to the channel and check that out. I will link that channel down in the description box. And y'all have a good one. I'll see y'all when I see y'all. Peace.